And we're back with you guys again. We're dealing with some weather challenges, some wind challenges here. That camera you saw there a second ago is a fixed camera on one of the stages. They're just starting there. We're going to take a look at that here in a break. But I want to introduce my next guest, my good friend Eddie Garcia from Phoenix, Arizona. Eddie, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Eddie's been here every day bugging me. He's like, when are you going to put me on? And I'm like, I want to get you on. I want to get you on. But it's really good. Eddie's, as I said, a good friend. We've spent many, many years shooting together. He's a phenomenal shooter. Don't let the big boy size put you off. He can move, right?
Yeah, I'm getting older now.
Getting older.
getting older.
And with him is his girlfriend and partner over there, Liz, is watching from the sidelines. We appreciate you guys stopping in.
Yeah, of course.
Eddie, you actually have a good, close relationship with this range, with the Frontier range.
With Nico, yes, with the Frontier product or FMP in the States, yes.
Right. You, I know that you help them with their bullets. You do a lot of testing for them, and as you said, you have a good friendship with the owner, Nico.
Yes, I do.
Talk a little bit about you're I should mention, not just a friend, but Eddie's also EMG Custom. EMG Custom is a custom gun builder. Eddie's been building guns for me for, gosh, I didn't think about this, probably well over a dozen, 10, 12 years now.
It has to be 15.
Yeah,
it has to be 15.
You're right. Yeah, 15.
It has to be.
I don't shoot anything else. If Eddie could just build me all my production optics guns, that'll be even better. Maybe a PCC, something like that. But no, Eddie builds open guns for myself. He's got some of his guns. Christian Saylor shoots your guns.
There's quite a few. Yeah, you got Aaron Eddings, you got Bill Drummond, you got Christian Seiler. I've done Max Michelle, Jerry Micklip, BJ, Shannon Smith now, Megan Smiley, Jesse Harrison. I can't remember everybody.
Yeah.
I just know when they call, they need something, I build it, and then move on.
And I want to tell you, we all pay for our guns too, right? Eddie does not give away free guns. That's one of his things.
You want to play, you got to pay, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a charity.
No, you couldn't do it, right?
No, you can't.
Even guys like Christian have to, they buy their guns, and it's just a testament to how good your guns are, because I'm sure that any manufacturer out there would love to have Christians shoot their guns.
When he first approached me, I told him to go, and because I was like, there's going to be several people that are going to give you free guns, money, travel expense, all that good stuff. And I think about a month later, he contacted me back. He goes, no. I guess a few people, some of the top shooters told him, you should really try my stuff.
And I'll be honest, the single biggest reason that I love shooting Eddie's guns, other than our friendship, is the fact that they run. And in our game, it's funny because I had a case issue here a while back, and my gun jammed, and I got caught so by surprise. It took me like 3 seconds before I realized what was wrong. Because we just never have malfunctions. They just run. And you're meticulous in how you build them. I mean, talk a little bit about the process of that, because it's important for people to understand what goes into these open guns.
Well, when you're building guns, I mean, back in the day when I started, typically what you do is you buy a gun from somebody because you like the cosmetics, you like how it looked, etc., and then you took it to somebody else to make it work. Really what it comes down to. And I could tell you, obviously I learned from Ed Cameron, from Cameron Customs. I was part owner of that. A lot of people actually thought I was just an employee. I was actually a shareholder of that company, and I did my 4.5 years of apprenticeship at that time. And I learned a lot from Ed. I really did. I mean, Ed showed me what he knew. And then when I left Cameron's, I thought I knew everything, which I obviously did not. So you start learning more about the gun, and you find out there's a lot more numbers to the gun. You just don't slap a slider frame on. You have to figure out what the total tolerance stack is. You got to figure out what the locking lugs are, even the spacing, this, that. It's all number-based. And a lot of people helped me. Don't get me wrong. I didn't just learn it by myself. Like, for example, Ed Cameron helped me. Pete Single helped me. Even Jeremy Reed, Brandon Bunker. And if I forget anybody, please forgive me. But there are people that helped me. I just didn't learn this on my own. But at the end of the day, it's numbers laden. And before I even start the gun, I probably have about 6 pages of notepad of numbers telling me everything about the gun before I even start the gun.
Yep.
And it's actually sad because sometimes when I talk to other gun builders about this, they don't even know how to measure upper lugs. They don't know how to do this. They don't do that. And no offense to them, I've helped people to understand this. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I've tried to help. And because it's all numbers. If
Yeah.
you don't know the numbers, you just throw this in, and you don't know the lug spacings, upper lugs, it's just going to crash. It's going to beat itself.
Yep. And I've seen those. I mean, I've been out to your place, seen the mills. He has all these little numbers is written next to it. And, I mean, I honestly believe that the reason these guns are so reliable is because everything is exactly to a spec, right? Literally down to a thousandth of an inch.
Well, I have to tell you, man. I mean, you could actually literally buy the blueprint for like $100, and most of these people I'm talking about don't even have it. And it's like, I have it. It wasn't that hard. You just pay your $100 and you get it.
You get it. Well, that'd be a good $100. So we're watching a couple of stages here. You've shot some of the match, Eddie.
Yeah.
We'll come back to how your match performance is going here in a second. I believe this is stage 13 that we're watching. We just have one camera moving around out there. Our other cameraman is shooting, and the other cameraman is doing editing for us. So we've got the one camera. That, I will tell you in a second who that was that just shot. I believe that was Oyet from MNG. Where is MNG? Norway is the other. I don't know that country. I'm sorry, MNG, whatever country that is. He's just shot a 6.66 hit factor, 6.66. He had a time of 8.4 seconds, which is pretty decent for that stage. Good hit factor, 6.6 hit factor. There he is. I love the people in our sport. You know, that's one of the reasons why I do this. You see all the different personalities. Earlier on, we were watching some of the production optics people. This afternoon, as I said, we're going to come back and
I consider it like a high school reunion.
Yeah.
You don't get to see these people until you go to a bigger match. And even if you haven't seen some for 3 to 6 months, you catch right up.
Yep.
So it's just like a big family, man. It really is.
That was from Norway, I believe, now that I've looked it up. Anyway, Eddie, we were talking about building these production guns. I know that you have like a 2 year, sometimes a little bit more wait list.
It's about 5 to 7.
Oh, really?
It's about 5 to 7.
It's got longer. And it's tough. You know, you put an order in. I think I have like a standing, like every year, every 2 years I get another gun. But, you know, you have a lot of people waiting for your guns.
I do.
It's a testament to how good the guns are and how well they run. Any ideas whether you're going to get into building the new optic guns, the new optic division, which, of course, is our limited optics?
Limited optics, yeah. So I am going, when I get home, I will build a couple because I do have a few people that want them. But I'll be honest. I mean, if you really look at my backlog, maybe I have 5 people that want that. Everyone else is open. So a lot of people are like, well, open's going to die. Everyone that calls me is open, open, open.
Do you think open's going to die?
I don't, but a lot of people think it is because limited optics is big. Like if you look at Venom, Pat Rafferty, that's all they do is limited optics guns. And power to them. That's awesome. That's what you want to do. Great. I don't have a preference. I'll build you a limited gun. I'll build you a limited optics. Open. Doesn't matter. That's what I'm in business for.
Right.
But I'll be honest. Everyone that calls me is open, open, open.
And I'm obviously that. But you promised me a limited optics gun. You remember that, right?
We'll see.
Hey, I need to have a gun that can shoot.
No, that's fine. If you want limited optics, you get limited optics.
Yeah. Eddie built me a steel gun a few years ago, and I regretted it to this day because it's a phenomenal gun, but it kind of used up my slot, and I should have rather done an open gun in that slot. Eddie, what you shot this match. What do you think of the match so far?
I actually really do enjoy the match. I enjoy it, but at the same time, I'll say it's not a true. I hate to say this, but usually when you go to World Shoot or IPSC match, you see a lot more speed stages, right? Like you had an activator, you get some really fast swing and play, swinger. You got to do this, you got to do this. We really don't see that here. You do see some, your short courses, medium stages, long stages, but to me, it always reminds me of like a USPSA match, if I want to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that. I think this probably leads to a lot of the U.S. shooters' strengths because we all love the run and gun stuff. And
love
you're
the
seeing
host.
it.
Yeah,
yep. And you're seeing it in the results. The U.S. is leading a lot of the categories. We're not doing as great in production, but we're coming up there. Nielsen, Basin, and those guys are. It's a tough area to be competing in. So we're looking at stage number 21. This shooter is, I believe, John Holmes. You shot the stage?
I have.
Oh yeah, I remember this. How did you shoot this?
I did not shoot the popper in the beginning or the plate in the beginning. I moved my body over to the far right. Static, the static in front of you, static on the right, moving, static on the far right. Then you got the activator, static, swinger, ran over. Then I went paper and then plates.
You know what, stats, if you want to bring up our stats computer, I'll just find that stage 21 really quick. There we go. So there's 21. Now you can kind of see it, what Eddie's talking about, the popper on the far left, which is actually not a popper. It's actually
a plate, yeah.
It's a round plate. What, 6-inch, I think? 8-inch, maybe?
I think it's way smaller than 8, but yeah.
Yeah.
it looks smaller.
So you can shoot that from the front position on the left, as you can see in the graphic there, or you could wait and shoot from the when you run all the way around. So obviously right just above the 21 starting position, or you can slide further over to the right so you can see T1 and T5 and start there. I wanted to do that when I was at that stage, and then obviously shoot that MP1, the plates that you see there, which you can see from the back, but I wanted to shoot that from the front. So let's see what he does here. Eduardo Ramos, he's from Puerto Rico. So he took 3 shots, a couple of extra. He's got a jam. Yep, that's a death sentence there because he's got to drop that mag, rack the gun clear, put a new mag in. That's probably 7 seconds that he gave up.
It was
there.
Horrible, yeah. That's horrible that happens.
Yeah.
But look at it. He shot the activator, static, swinger, all those transitions.
Right. And that's the position. If you lean out really hard, you can see that plate from that
back.
position
Yeah,
at
from
the
the back.
But it's a high-risk shot because chances are you're going to fall out of bounds. So if you get a miss.
You got to be dedicated.
Yep.
So Bill and I did it differently. So Bill shot the plate, ran around, and finished on the easy paper. I started over here, and I think it was about 3/10 difference. But if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I think I got better points than Bill, but he was faster than me. But when I went over to the left, I knew it was going to be really hard. So to be honest, I didn't care if I hit the stick. I just decided I was just going to go pop, pop, pop until I hit it. And I did. Wood, hit.
So I was explaining this to somebody that even if you took that shot, sorry, this cable is pulling on the back of my neck here. Even if you took that shot at the steel and you landed out of bounds, now you're out of bounds. It's still worth shooting that plate, even if you're out of bounds, because you're going to get a foot fault as long as you don't shoot more than one shot. But you're going to get the 5 points, whereas otherwise you're going to end up with a miss penalty and the 5 points, so 15. The trick is just to hit it, of course.
Yeah, it's such a low hit factor.
Yeah.
You got to get your points.
So he's also starting on the left. I'll see who this is.
Yeah, so the great thing about that guy, he shot that mostly on the move.
We'll have a look here in a second to see how he did. That was stage 21, right? So that was from France. Yep, so that was Cedric Rigaudi, shooting open, senior. Yep, that's an open gun. We'll see his score show up here in a second. It'll turn to blue here. High hit factor on this stage so far for that squad is 4.04, and there his score is now. So he shot a 5.4 hit factor, so he actually took the lead on that particular squad. Shot 9 alphas, 3 charlies, time of 10:49. And you can see down here, Eddie, we're actually tracking the extra shots. So you don't shoot a lot of extra shots. I know that.
It's not, when there's a swinger, I throw 3.
I think I shot 3 of them. And that was a tough swinger. That's a tough swinger up front there. His first shot on that stage was 152. Obviously, I was actually going to look and see on the person that shot just before that, see where his jam was.
Yeah, I think he shot 3, then it malfunctioned. Yeah,
here it is down here. So he lost his last shot before the jam was 351, and his next shot was 1280. So it's 9 seconds
Huge.
that jam cost.
That's huge. I mean, you might just have a miss at that time.
So the shooter that's shooting now is Jose Rivera from the Puerto Rico, I think that is. His name is Jose Rivera Bellardo. So you see the name Bellardo on his shirt. We'll see he's shooting standard division. I think he shot in the U.S. I think I've seen his name show up in the United States as well. But anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. So
Yeah,
from a stage point of view, very high hit factors in the match.
Yes.
You don't like to see your scores, right? You prefer not to know what your scores are. So I had to make sure I took Eddie's scores off my screen.
Yeah, thank
you. But what's your thinking behind that?
Well, I'll be honest, man. I think sometimes scores are very helpful to see, so you kind of get an idea where it's at. But it can also psych you out. I mean, I'm literally trying to shoot as fast as I can, as aggressive as I can, trying to be as much accurate as I possibly can as well, okay? So by looking at it as scores, let's say if I see somebody who's higher than me, I could get depressed, right? And that could probably, this is a mindset, right? Maybe a weak mindset, but at the end of the day, that could possibly affect you. Me, when I'm shooting this stuff, I'll be honest with you, this is not my livelihood, how my results are going to be. My livelihood is the equipment, how reliable it is, how it works. When I'm out there, Christian, Aaron, whoever's shooting my gun, it works. If the gun doesn't work, then that's a negative on me, okay?
Yeah.
So when I'm actually here shooting, what I get off on is the moment of shooting. When that buzzer goes off, my blood pressure's going, I'm getting excited. You're getting that dump, right? And then you're shooting, and a lot of people are like, well, I'm on, self-mode or what do you want to call it, right? Subconscious. I don't believe in that. I believe that you literally have to be processing this information, telling yourself, if you're not seeing what you need to see, let's see if you're target, not target focus, but sight focus versus target, you got to correct yourself. And how are you going to do that? You got to be able to talk to yourself. Or if you think you're moving, but you're not breathing, you got to be moving, right? That's what I enjoy. So by looking at the results, what does it do? It either makes you positive or negative. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy this time because when I go home, I'm going to be working and life's going to suck again. So I want to have fun here, okay? It's simple. It is what it is.
Let's jump back to stats for a second, guys. I wanted to point something out. So obviously not picking on people, but for people to learn. So the last shooter we just had there was Jose. He shot that with 1 Charlie down, so because he's shooting minor, that's 2 points. He shot a time of 20.6, hit factor of 2.8. But if you look down here, we look at the highest hit factor for that. The guy shot 10.49 seconds. Poor old Eduardo that had the jam. His time came in at 25.46. But look at the hit factors, 5.4 versus 2.1.
That's huge.
That's huge. That's 60% of that stage. So
when you're looking at IPSC, for example, or IPSC International, when you have 3, 2, 1, you got to be on point, man. You shouldn't be throwing extra shots. You shouldn't be, I have a makeup, I got to go back, or equipment problems. It just chews you up.
It's definitely hurting. Okay, we have this is stage 20, so we'll take a look here.
This was a fun stage.
Talk us through this, Eddie.
Well, obviously this guy's making a makeup shot on the swinger. I see multiple different ways to shoot it. How we shot it was, of course, we squatted down, we shot static, activator, and I believe, what was it, a popper on the left?
It was a pop. The far right was a target. Sorry, far left was a target.
And
so
then target,
swinger, target.
Okay, that's right.
Through the port.
So we shot static on the right, activator, static, swinger, static, and then go through the window again for the static.
Yes.
And it worked out pretty well for us. And it was actually funny because I think I got I want to say I had 2 Charlies, and that swinger came out. I went, ta-da, right, as fast as I could. And everything was like, I'm pretty sure everything was alpha except for the swinger, and it was like Charlie on both sides of the thing. So I was like, son of a gun.
It's, because if you flip to stats here, guys, you can show that real quick. And we're just a second or two. There you can see the starting position. It's slightly different from the stats. The opening is actually on the right.
Yeah, so this guy, he grabs it, reloads. That's how the Super Squad did it. But they did not shoot right to left.
Yeah.
You see how he had to remove his whole body to do that?
Right.
If he would have just went left static because he's already there,
right.
now he could actually start moving to the right and then just transition to the left. But unfortunately, this guy had to move his body, transition to the right, swinger, left, and then remove his body again.
So again, the port, if we stay on the stats there for a second, guys. So this port here is actually on the right-hand side. They changed that during the match, right? So shoot on the right. You can either shoot the steel activator or the target first. I shot steel first because I didn't like to leave on steel. Shot that, and then come over to this target on the far left, T1.
Oh, you shot that first.
I shot that first, transitioned to T4, then the swinger, then T2.
Okay.
And I got that from some of the guys on the Super Squad, but also from Eric Raffel. I heard that he shot it that way, and really kind of, in my mind, it just was super smooth.
Well, that's the great thing about this. You can shoot it one way, I can, another person, and then you can look at the scores later.
So this is, I believe, this stage 20, right? Yep.
Yeah, so you can see this guy, he shot it, activator, static, swinger, but he had to wait for the swinger. We didn't. We shot paper, steel, static, and the swinger was there.
Yeah.
No question, it was there. But I think it all depends on how quick your transitions and everything works too. You know, like I said in this game, the draw, who cares? I mean, yeah, okay, you have a fast draw, whatever. But you got to have fast transitions. Splits, I really don't care about. In and out of positions, that's important too. Dead time. When you're not shooting, that's the most dead time. You know, that's what kills you, right?
Yep. You say you don't care about splits. You're talking about, I mean, if it's a 15 split or a 20 split, it's the same thing, right?
The points, man.
Yeah.
I mean, USPSA is probably a lot more important. But in this, with these low hit, there's the higher hit factors, but the low stages, you can go out there and you can split all you want, but you walk away with 10 Charlies on the stage, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You know, Frank Garcia, he's on my team, fortunately, but I'm chasing Frank, right? He's ahead of me by, I think, 20, 30 points, 40 points, something like that. He's just very consistent. I shoot faster than him, but it's like the hare and the tortoise, right? You know, I pass him sometimes, then I'll make a mistake, and then he'll catch up to me. And it's actually been interesting to see because I look at him, I'm like, man, I can shoot faster than that, but he just shoots such good points.
It's a trade-off, right? I mean, you got to find that medium balance.
Then you get Christian Saylor that does everything
fast
and everything.
Yeah, I mean.
You seen his points?
No.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know the guy very well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not being negative towards the guy. Love the kid. Okay, I knew him since he was MGM junior time. He's very, very talented. Very, very happy for him. But he's like what, 20, 30 years younger than me? God bless him, right?
Then you get Brody McIntosh that's in senior and he's lying in third or fourth place overall.
Yeah,
right. Now. You seen that? Age doesn't matter, Eddie.
Oh, he has experience.
That was a good run.
Yeah.
That was a good run. I think that's Jose Ariel that shot that there. I'll see that in a second here. Eddie, you mentioned MGM Junior Camp.
Yeah.
They don't have those anymore, I don't believe, do they?
None that I know of, no.
But what, 10 years ago, that was the thing. And I know you and Gibson family were very into that. You helped support them.
Yep.
Mike Gibson and his wife. And
Rhonda,
that's right. Thank you. Tell us about that and you know, how that's influenced so many people. We had a lot of people that went through those camps.
There was quite a few juniors. So what we used to do is we used to build a gun, okay? We'll see if anyone else supplied, like a frame, slide, parts. If nobody supplied it, the company supplied it, okay, my company. We built the gun, and then we go to an area match, advertise it before the match. All the money, all the proceeds went to that cause. So, you know, sometimes we got $8,000, sometimes we got 10, whatever, you know, we got something. And then I'll literally just give the money to Rhonda. And that money will go towards sponsorship to the juniors. So let's say a junior couldn't make it because they had no money. Well, Rhonda will use that funds to help with that cause. And if there's any more money afterwards, of course, that helped with, like, you know, their little dinner or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then they invited us to be instructors as well. So myself, I know every year was a little different, but it was like Max Michel, Travis Amasi, I remember, even Matt Burkett, Travis Gibson. I believe Kristen Seiler even helped one time. But there was many different top shooters, and everyone got to have their own little section of what they're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet a lot of people. Like, Linda Turnbull was there. Kristen Seiler was there. Ken K. Ross, I believe, was there. And there were so many people. I mean, I believe the Williams kids were there.
Kincaid might be coming back.
I talked to him. Him and I were talking, yeah.
Yeah, Kincaid was one of the upcoming juniors, unbelievably good junior shooter.
He should have been a multiple national champion.
Yep.
If he didn't get burnt out.
Yep. Got burned out. His family has a horse business, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't believe they have a horse business. I believe they have horses.
Oh, okay.
But Kincaid want to be a cowboy. Yep. God bless him, right?
I know.
Hard life.
I know. I remember when I spoke to him after he went go ride horses, and I was like, what are you doing? You're like probably the top shooter at that time. Him and Christopher used to shoot a lot together.
Yeah, right.
And they were on the 2014 World Shoot Junior team.
Yes.
That I felt should have won, but there was this Filipino shooter that was unbelievable. Remember him? Not Khalil. Gino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that kid? He was
my God.
just insane. The Philippines has a really, really good junior training program. They come up with these kids sometimes that are just unbelievable.
They take it seriously.
They do.
They take it very seriously.
Edwin Lim is the regional director down in the Philippines, and they do a phenomenal job with supporting the juniors, training them. I mean, I wish we could do that in the U.S. We should do that, but we don't. There was also Gianni. Did you mention Gianni?
Gianni.
Yep, Gianni also came through that MGM camp, and Gianni's doing really well in this match as well.
Gianni definitely has picked up his game.
Yeah.
That's really good. Stays in standard. I don't know why. I think standard will be a dying division ever since limited optics. But if he loves it, he loves it.
Yep. And I don't know if you've noticed, because you don't follow scores, but Jacob Hetherington is only 11 or 12 points behind Eric.
That's what I heard. And yes, I've known Jacob, maybe he was like a freshman in high school. I remember I actually took him to Florida when he was a minor. His parents asked me if I could because it was part of his EMU interview.
Yeah.
So he got to stay with me. And that just tells you how much I know Jacob and care for Jacob. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy, and he's shooting really well in this match. Eric is a beast.
He is. He's a goat, man. He's a goat.
I joked about this earlier on. I don't know if you do this, but Eric and his son Robin is also shooting with him right now. And they're on the French production optics team. But Robin and Eric were almost identical scores after day one. And I had a couple of people saying, oh, maybe this is the passing of the old guard to the new kid. I was like, oh, no.
No.
Don't count Eric out just yet. Eric is Eric. We've all been down that road with him of thinking he's out of a match or whatever.
I believe Eric likes to do his thing for 2 to 3 days, analyze it, and then turns it up whatever he needs, that 5-10%.
Crazy good. All right, I think we still got a couple more shooters going through on stage 20. Who is that? Let's see here. All right. We'll see if we get those guys. I think that's actually the next squad that we're looking at, so they're still going to be a few minutes out. We're going to take a break here. We're going to come back. We have some highlights that we can show you from previous days. From yesterday, I believe, and from earlier today. We'll let you guys watch that while we take a break. We're trying to keep the feed live as long as possible. I know some people have been asking about that. Just understand we're very limited. Our cameras are battery operated, and so we could go out and film for a while. We also have shooters that are helping us film, but Carson being one of them. Carson. He's out this afternoon. He's not with us today. And so, we do what we can, right?
Yeah.
It's just this is better than what we've had before, and we've still got a long ways to go in the future, but at least we're bringing you some content.
I can tell you, man, I've been to a couple of world shoots, and the support, the information, doing the live streaming like this, it's never been like that. So, yeah, I mean, first time, I think you guys are doing great, okay?
Yeah.
Don't kick yourself in the butt too hard. I think you guys are doing awesome.
We're good.
And people should thank everyone behind the scenes. I mean, seriously, they should thank you, John, everybody, USPSA, whoever else helped to try to get us the resources to be able to be here.
Yep.
And, maybe not everything went smoothly. But you know what? I can tell you in the past, if you guys haven't been the past World Shoots, you should be darn lucky that these people are helping you right now because before you got your slot and you're on your own.
Yeah.
Good luck. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see you over there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So you guys are doing great, okay? So don't. Yeah.
I appreciate that, and obviously my production team as well. You know, they've come out here. The weather conditions are tough. It's windy. It's not the most comfortable. There's dust everywhere. My poor laptop is being killed at the moment out here, but we do what we can, and we appreciate having you guys supporting us and out there. And Eddie, thank you.
Well,
Appreciate
thank you for
having you
having me,
here.
man.
It's a pleasure to know you, and thank you for building my guns and keeping me in the game. We hope to do you proud, Super Senior.
You guys do great.
So we'll come back to you guys after the break. We're going to show you some of this footage like we said earlier on, and then we'll see you a little bit later.
come talk to me so we can arrange where you can photograph. Okay? So we can check what you can do better.
And welcome back to the 2025 Handgun World Shoot in South Africa. I have with me, of course, my friend and fellow commentator, Maneki Samajima. We're going to be bringing you some of the super squads this afternoon, and I'm going to just say up front, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. We have them in different areas. We have 2 cameras that we're going to try and move back and forth, so just bear with us. When we're not able to stream then, we're going to jump back to one of the fixed cameras, which is on the stage behind us, or to Maneki and I. But we'll bring you some scores as they happen. We have the 3 o'clock session coming up this afternoon, so we'll show you some footage and so forth in the meantime. If you don't know, there's 4 schedules a day. The after lunch, which starts at 12:30, is shooting now. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to have the production team, which is
Niels and Saru Luna, Casey Reed, and Mason.
Mason,
right?
correct. So, they're in a fight.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll, while we're chatting here in a second, I'll see. That's our camera heading over. You can see the area is pretty crowded. There's Niels on the right-hand side. Just got a glimpse of him preparing.
Yeah.
Stage 8, they've got the stages roped off, but we do have permission to go inside the stage and be able to film that from inside. So what do you think so far, Maneki? It's been a crazy week, right? With all the weather. We had a hailstorm yesterday. We managed to get all our gear put away before it hit us, but it was pretty panicky and lots of wind all day, every day.
Today is really windy, and yesterday it was a lot of lightning, thunders, that was crazy weather.
I'm going to pull up some results here in a second. We're probably the first stage we're going to look at. I'll show you that in the meantime really quick. Is going to be stage 8. Give me a second to get to that.
Did you see any stages from area 2? That's going to be the last area for us, you and me, and the most open shooters.
Right. I have not actually been out to this area. This is my. I've got 2 more days to shoot. I shoot tomorrow afternoon, and then of course the finals is on Saturday at 3 o'clock. I think if I remember correctly, you said that the Super Squad shoot at 12:30 on Saturday, don't they?
Saturday? No. Let's see.
Is it 12:30 or 3?
So Super Squad, yes, they are shooting at 9 a.m. actually on Saturday.
So they're shooting first schedule on Saturday.
9 o'clock. Second,
yep.
second.
So that'll be the final push for a lot of them. And we're going to be bringing that to you as much as we can. It is, of course, early in the morning for us here to be able to get up and broadcasting. So obviously we're looking at stage, what did we say this was? Stage 8. This is a long course. Sorry, no, it's a medium course, 22 rounds.
Stage 8. Is it stage 8? Goes up.
We need to go up. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Here we go. Stage 8. I was going to say, that doesn't look like a medium course. I have not actually seen these stages because they're inside a walled area.
Right, yeah.
And we're not allowed in there. Obviously, as competitors, we can't go in there before we compete.
Yeah.
But we can send cameras in there.
See, the area 2 and the 1 is a really crowded area.
Yes.
Everything is very narrow. So even you are shooting the stage, I don't think you can really see the...
This is Amanda Fisher, I think. This is Amanda Fisher. Yep, that's her. That's Amanda Fisher from
Canada. Yep.
She's a really good friend of ours. She's come out to the States. She helps us run matches.
Yep.
She's got quite a mouth on her, and I say that in the nicest way. She's going to kill me for saying that, but she does. She can come back up as a single hand.
This is
Strong hand.
strong hand only stage.
So one-handed shooting, you are allowed to change magazines as well as clear malfunctions with your one hand. 22 rounds total. Yeah, there we go.
Amanda is also IROA officer now, so she's also IROA.
She is. That's right. Yep. She's a fantastic RO. She's worked for us at Rio Salado quite a bit. She ran that very difficult stage 16 that we had for the IPSC Nationals that we unfortunately had to throw out. So that was stage 8. Let's see how she did there on the score. I'm not about to try and pronounce that. She's shooting production. We'll have a score up here in a second. They've got to score that, obviously. So I have a question for you that was discussed yesterday. So obviously we know that you are allowed to, if you're shooting strong hand or weak hand, so let's just say one-handed.
Yeah.
If you're shooting one-handed, you're allowed to clear a malfunction.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do a reload.
Yeah.
But what if you forget to rack your gun, forget to put a round in the chamber, and you start shooting the stage and now you have to rack your gun? Would that be considered a penalty?
I personally don't think so. What do
Well,
you
so think about it.
Right.
And I don't know the answer to this. I'm actually going to ask somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's not a malfunction.
It is not, but you're supposed to make the gun condition.
So do you think that the RO should have started the shooter, or you think they should have corrected it?
I believe they should correct that.
It's an interesting predicament because it happened to one of our people, and they didn't give him a penalty, and they didn't restart him. We're going to see what the ruling would be on that, but it's going to be interesting because, in effect, on the start, you have to be in the correct starting position.
Yes, that's what I
And I
thought,
believe if
yeah.
he didn't have a round in the chamber in a particular case like that, they should have made him start in
Right,
the correct
because
position.
if it's unloaded start, sometimes probably you've done before, I've done before. Okay, unloaded start, but you have a habit, right? So you load the magazine, lock the strike, then you realize, oh shit, this is unloaded start stage.
Yeah, yep.
So,
So there's Amanda's score. We could drop the stats real fast here. So that was actually a pretty good run. She shot time 33. A little
6
slow,
Charlie.
but
Yep.
she only had 6 Charlies.
yeah, that's good.
There was that one shot on the right-hand side that she
Yeah.
pulled the trigger a little too soon, I think. I'll point that out to her when I see her, as well as that it's on live. She got a hit factor of 3.08, but 6 Charlies is not too bad.
And think about this. This is also something we don't have in the US because strong hand only stage, that's under 23 rounds. That's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think you are allowed to do that in the US per se, isn't it?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Because 23 rounds of shooting with strong hand only,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
make like a last 6 shots or whatever, strong hand only or weak hand only.
But
But
not the whole stage.
not the whole stage. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
If
Well,
I understand the rule correctly.
you guys
so-
out there know the answer to that, then feel free to comment and send it in to us.
Yeah.
And Sarah sitting over there. So yesterday, actually, Sarah came up with this, and I think you were talking about it. We should let people ask us questions on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Then we can answer for them, right?
on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry, on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, if you're watching this live on YouTube, post some questions, and our production assistant over there, Sarah, will be monitoring that, and we'll relay the questions to Mineki and I, and we'll see if we can answer them. That's wonderful news. So we've just been told we have rain coming in.
Yeah.
It's been a challenge this week. It's definitely one of the more difficult things we've done. Okay, here comes the next Canadian shooter. This is Anna John Me. Anda John Me.
No, she
although
was
it
like
says-
she's
oh,
a
we
Thai-
might have missed her, sorry.
She's from Thailand, seems like.
Yeah, that's his Thailand. Whereas that shirt, that's a Canadian shirt. So
That is weird.
oh, we missed that. So Anda's already shot. That blue means that they've got her score in progress. And this particular shoot, this is Lisa
Okay.
Mahoney
Okay. Yeah.
of Canada. And I'm sure Amanda's going to tell us that we had the wrong name because she's very quick to remind us if we make mistakes. Here we go. Head facing forward. not looking at the target. Comes a reload. Uh-oh, malfunction. Got to dump the mag, clear the run, load another mag. So those of you following the earlier broadcast, we had a similar thing where it had malfunction, and we looked at the stats afterwards at the times, and he lost 9 seconds during
Oh,
that.
that's deadly.
That's
yeah.
tough thing. This is the area at the back of the range. We're actually just behind that camera shot. There you can see the next group of people arriving. This is the 3 p.m. shift. There's one of our quartermasters driving around. And you can see the weather in the background, which is thrilling to see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to. We can't run in the rain, guys. We have too much equipment and stuff that'll get damaged. That's outside. And also our 2 cameras are not designed for being in the rain. And they are Ronin 6 and 8s. And there's no chance that I'm running in the rain. So we'll try and get as much in as possible. It'll be pity if it starts raining because we'll lose the super squads a little bit later. But
Right. Today's highlight is at the 3 o'clock start time. So
yep.
we hope we can
Yep.
see that,
Hope
right?
we can see some of that.
Right.
We do have one camera we can film in the rain with. In fact, Maneki was filming with it yesterday for us. So thank you, Maneki, as well.
Oh, no
Maneki's
problem.
doing triple duty. He's helping me on the desk. He's shooting the match, and he's helping run a camera and shoot content for us. So this is David Mowers. He's actually a well-known guy. He's also from Canada. Really good guy. I think he runs matches up. He hit the wall there.
And he's shooting standard, not the production, seems like.
Yeah, I think it's a mixed squad. I've seen production and standard on the squad. It's more the Canadians. He started on the other side. You see that?
Yeah, that's a. We didn't see that yet, so.
Lisa Mahoney finished shooting already. While we're waiting on David's scores, we'll go back and look at Lisa's score. And there we can see at the end here, you see this, if you guys want to jump to stats, see this 21 to 27. That was her jam that she had, and we can see that took approximately 6 seconds. 6 seconds is actually a good time for clearing that particular malfunction,
Right.
because a lot of the when you have a mag go bad on you, or it jams up against the slide ramp, the speed ramp, I'm sorry, you know, you have no choice. You got to dump that whole
Right.
mag, clear the gun,
Clear the gun.
put a new mag in,
Right.
rack the gun, and go back out.
See, that 6 seconds, the hit factor is about the 3-4, right? So that's worth almost 20 points.
Yep. There's Lisa's score, 3.7 hit factor, as we said. She only had one Charlie, but she had a time of 30 seconds, which she gave up that 6 seconds in that. David was the next person to shoot, David Mowers. His score is...
So what do you think? He started left side, right, compared to other guys?
Yeah, he did. He
So
started on the left, went across.
we didn't see the stage yet, but oh, actually she's shooting from left side first.
And this is Catherine Raymond from Canada, shooting production.
See, what I see right now from the video, if you start from left side, it's easier to reload for the right-handed shooters.
Yes, good point.
Especially they are shooting the production and the standard. You have to reload because the round count is 23.
Yeah, so you see she took on that left-hand target, she shot 4 shots at that target, and she had to do an extra reload because of that. Don't shoot it. Oh. Yeah, that probably was not worth that. She had a mic, I assume, out front there. She went back to that.
Yeah.
We'll see in a second. We'll do some analysis. This is something that's a little controversial. A lot of people say, well, you know, all this data, all this timing stuff. But I think it's important that you know, like going to make up a shot at the end, but it takes you, that looked like probably a 3-second gap. We'll take a look here at Catherine's score in a second. Was it worth that? So what's the hit factor on the stage? Monique, it's around a 4 hit factor.
Right.
Let's just say it was a 5 hit factor, just for easy numbers. That means that a mic would be 15 points, so 3 seconds, right?
Right.
We'll
Yeah.
have a look and see what her, what Catherine's time is in a second. You're looking at stage 13 right now. We're going to come to that. That is Kaylee Lane that you see walking around there. And I'm assuming there is a problem because one of our team managers is on that stage. That's Danny that's out there. You see walking on the left. Nope, doesn't look like it. Maybe they already fixed it, sorted it out.
Yeah.
So generally we tell all the shooters, if you have a problem, call one of the team managers, Troy or Danny, let them come down and help you out. So here's Catherine's score. You guys are not looking at it online. Okay, there we go. Good job. Production truck's on a roll here. Her final time was 40, but you see that 37 to 40? That's 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's a 3.5 seconds. Yeah.
It wasn't worth that.
No.
You know. But this is how you learn, you know, and obviously 40 seconds drops it to 2.3. Now, I can actually go and contradict myself a little bit because we took that as being a 5 hit factor for her, but she's probably not able to shoot a 5 hit factor
Yeah,
stage.
so it's lower.
Probably more of a 4 hit factor
Right.
for her, maybe even 3.5. Well, at 4 hit factor, then that 15 points is almost 4 seconds.
Right.
So she shot that in 3.5, so
Probably it's
almost.
about the same thing, but
And
yeah.
you still got to shoot an alpha then. If
Right.
you don't shoot an alpha, then you can't do that math,
Right.
you know.
Right. That's the hard part to understand. You have to understand what a hit factor means exactly, right? So
What does a hit factor mean? How do you look at it?
well, it basically 1 second was, let's say, like you said, when hit factor is 5, 1 second was 5 points. So if you go 2 seconds faster, was 10 points. So if you lost 2 seconds, that's meaning you lost 10 points, right? Then, like you said, it takes 3 seconds to clear jump or make up. Then you don't need to do that. Take a penalty on purposely. Score sheet doesn't look good, but actually you'll gain more points by not doing makeup.
Yep. And to go back to that one where I pointed out where she shot, I forget which person it was, I think it was Lisa Mahoney, when she shot 4 shots at the left target
Right.
and ended up having to do. You should know what your capacity is in your magazine.
Right.
So the moment she shot those 4 shots, she knows she's going to run dry.
Right,
She
right,
should do a reload to the
right,
next target,
right.
which sounds weird, but a standing reload is worse if you've run dry
Right.
than if you still had around the chamber,
Right.
obviously. So know your capacity, know your round count. That's a South African. That is, what is her name? I know her. Forget right now. What stage are we on? Were we on there? I think you guys said.
Stage 13, I believe.
13. Yeah, we're going to take a quick look at stage 13 scores. Jennifer, that was Jennifer Timmer. Next up, we have Justine. There she goes. We just caught her in time. Wow, that was quick. So that's that retreat stage. You got to start off at the front. I think it's it's an unloaded start. No, I think it is.
Stage 13, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Justine. She's our top production optics shooter, lady shooter. Then you see the rest of the production optics team waving at us. That's Nicole and Brenna. Nicole in the foreground. That's Brenna with the red cap. Sorry, that was not Brenna. There's Justine signing.
So let's see what a score is.
We'll see Justine's score here in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Kaylee, that's who that was. The other person. That was Kaylee. All right. So Justine's scores are in. Guys can jump over the stats. 1 Charlie, time of 6.86.
That's a good time.
That's
Really good
an
time.
excellent time.
Yep.
You guys see down here, everybody else on the stage is in the 8s, 8.5, 8.59, 8.8, and Justine came in at 6.6.
We shot that stage on the first day. How did you do?
I actually had a good stage. I don't remember my time, but I shot that stage well.
Remember that was an empty chamber start.
I think it was, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're at stage 14 there. As I mentioned earlier on, with those of you watching, is we're jumping back and forth between multiple stages. We have 2 cameras out there right now. We'll see how much we can get in. Really hoping the weather holds off. It's pretty dark out here. We don't look that dark because we have lights that we brought with us all the way from Arizona. The lights actually nearly got confiscated by customs. We packed the lights in a rifle case, and they didn't realize that. They had the case in the back, and because everybody picked up all their guns and everything, they thought the rifle case belonged to somebody else.
Okay.
And we sat around for an hour with us. I have photographs of every single case and tracking and everything. And we're like, nope, it's there. It's in there somewhere. And eventually they found it. And the guy's like, what is in there? I said, they're lights. He's like, why would you bring lights all the way from?
Phoenix, huh?
Yeah. This is Sasha Lee Duplessis. And stage 13. Finish shooting. Those timers are the special Pi timers. They are synced to the tablets most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Hey, this is better than they've ever had before.
Yeah.
It's one of my pet things. This is stage 14. That's a Brazilian shooter. Oh, I know who that is. That is Sandra Deganeski. Pretty well-known shooter. She traveled to Europe quite a bit. Shoots for Brazil. Very good shooter. Very good shooter. We'll see what her score comes up here in a second. They're shooting, the previous hit factors were in the regions of 7.2 all the way up to 8.4. Wow, that's a big jump. The person shot 8.4.
Yeah, she's from Thailand, looks like. Yep.
Yeah. And I think this is the Brazilian team. I think this is their production optics team.
Yeah, I think so. This is all ladies team, Thailand and Brazil.
There is Brenna Gaston that just finished shooting.
So that should be stage 13.
That's stage 13, correct. I'm going to bring up stage 13 on both computers so we're tracking.
Okay.
So I want to give a quick shout out to some people back home, specifically Sarah's mom, my mother-in-law, looking after our house and our animals and pets and all the chickens and everything like that. We really appreciate you guys. Without all of our family, this is something people don't realize, and I probably don't thank them enough. Without our family, we'd not be able to do this. So it's greatly appreciated, Luella and Mark, for taking care of all of our pets and animals back home. So that was stage 13, but I showed Christian them coming up. Oh, wait a bit, that's something different. Okay, never mind that. All right, where are we going to go? We're going to go look at 13. Take a quick look here. So that was Brenna that just shot there now. Brenna had a...
2 Charlie, not bad.
2 charge, that's good. Yeah, that's nice.
She shot 798. That's good.
Correct,
Good
and
score.
she's lying in second place on that stage. So you see, there's Justine. Justine obviously is winning at 8.4. I mean, and Brenna's got a very respectful 7 hit factor, but you can see how much ahead Justine is.
I mean, she's just so good. And if I remember correctly, that 686 is almost, same time as the open guys.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really good time. And only 1 Charlie, so yeah, that's a really good hit factor. 8.4.
Justine, of course, has been a very, very good shooter for a long time, but she set a new thing because she was able to compete in PCC World Shoot as part of the overall, which used to be called the men's team. She actually qualified for that team, and she came in, she did really well. I think she was the 3rd scorer and 2nd scorer on the team. Fantastic. There's some of the US shooters waiting to go. That's Danny on the left. Actually, he's with the team manager. That's Kaylee Lane in the middle. Dave on the right talking to Yeeman. Yeeman not wearing his Team USA shirt, which is interesting. Probably not shooting today.
I believe he shot the pre-match.
True, that's correct. You're right. He shot the pre-match. If you're wondering, everybody on the team, when you're shooting, you're required to wear your Team USA shirt. It's part of our code of conduct, part of our protocol. You're representing not just
your country, right?
the USPSA, but you're representing the United States. So we're tremendously proud of being able to do that. And I know that the shooters are super excited to be representing the US. I know I am, and pretty much everybody will say the same thing. So going back to, I'm going to go back to that stats for a second because we've got Nicole Colby in there as well. Nicole had a no-shoot on that stage.
Oh, no.
So, unfortunately, she picked up a no-shoot. That dropped her hit factor all the way down to 4.8. And obviously, 4.8 compared to to Justine, that's 50%. on these stages, it's very painful when you pick up that.
So that's a 12 rounds count. So that's a maximum 60 points. So if you win the stage, you get the 60 points. So I think Justine's going to win this stage. For, of course, not the overall maybe, but it's potentially.
Yeah.
So by shooting the no-shoot, she loses almost 30 points. That's a lot.
I actually have a report. I might have to go look for it here during a break of the highest hit factors on every stage.
Can you pull out?
I'm looking for it now. So, for those of you who haven't been following, we have a whole lot of new stuff that has been given to us. So that was stage 13. So the high hit factor on that stage was Manu Paget, who shot a 9.6 hit factor.
In which division? Production optics?
That was open, obviously.
Open, okay.
Yeah, open, yeah. And I'll tell you now in production optics where that is. Give it a second to load. 13, yep, 9. So the highest production optics on that stage is a 9, and Justine shot a
85.
So when I say highest, I mean for the entire match
Entire
so far.
match,
So
okay.
7. Well, I don't know how many production optics shooters, but certainly in the hundreds of shooters. World shoot is brutal, man. There's 1,800 people here. You get a mic like we pointed out, or a no shoot like we pointed out a second ago. You drop 300 positions.
Oh yeah.
It's tough. Here's another one of the Brazilian teams, stage 21.
Stage 21. That's area 4, okay. Oh.
This is, yep, that's him. Davidson Luna.
He was shooting swinger. Yep.
Yeah, that's the stage right behind us. It's always so funny because I hear the gunshots and
Yeah.
they sync with the
Yeah.
video, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's right here by us.
Right. Do you remember that stage, 21?
I don't, but we can switch over to 21 and take a look at the course of fire.
Yeah, I remember that stage. So I saw JJ shooting that stage. So, okay. Do you see the popper?
Yep, on the far left. Oh, I remember that stage, yes.
You remember?
We talked about this to Eddie earlier on.
Okay.
So there's two ways to shoot it. One
Yes.
starting from the back
Yeah.
on the left, and then the other one starting from the back on the right, but then you have to shoot that popper from the front.
Right,
And
right.
that's a very hard lean.
Right.
You shot that way?
I did not.
You did not? Nicky,
I'm too small to do that.
you're the guy who can jump in the air and shoot stuff. Is our production optics ladies team.
They on the stage brief right now. Yep.
Yep, that's their next stage, which I think would be 14, right? Probably.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, I thought, Christopher shot that stage and
how did he
from
hit
the
it?
front. He did.
Oh,
He hit it.
Yeah.
I looked at it for ages. I looked, and I decided not to do it, and so forth. All right, this is our stage 21. I think this is Mario. Yeah, Mario Neto. So he shot from the. No, he shot from the left.
He shot from left. Yep.
Yep.
So
I really want to see somebody do that plate so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was hard lean, to be honest.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But it's worth the risk. You see, this is the problem with teams, though. So it's worth the risk, but in that particular case, I didn't want to take the risk because I didn't want to hurt my team
Right.
if I missed. And if you miss, it's 10 points,
So can you show us the top hit factor on that stage?
That would be 21
Yeah.
for which division?
Well, any division is fine.
Well, production optics is Jacob Hetherington. That's a 5.9. Call it a 6 hit factor.
So 6 hit factor, right? So what do you think? How many seconds you can go faster by shooting the steel from the front? Hard lean.
So I think because you're starting from either the left or the right, let's put that graphic up so you guys can see what we're talking about here. So if you look here on the graphic, if you start here in this corner and you shoot that plate,
Right.
which
That's
is what
most people are doing,
right?
Right.
Then you shoot that plate, MP1, which is actually a small plate. We think about a
Right.
6-inch plate,
Right,
right?
right.
It's not
That
a popper,
is not the
right?
popper. Yeah.
And it's a long way. It's probably
Oh
20,
yeah, you can see it now. So
Yeah, here it is here. You then basically are on the far left-hand position, as you can see with this shooter. Whereas if you leave that plate, you can start all the way over to the right. So that's probably 3 or 4 steps, probably a second and a half, maybe
around
2 seconds.
not gonna be 2 seconds, but maybe 1 second, 1.5, like you said. Yeah.
That's the swinger. Now he's going to stop and shoot that. And that stop is not so easy either. I mean,
Right,
especially if you're older, that's one of the things I struggle with is stopping and not falling out of the box.
Right.
So you think 1.5 seconds, right? So you're going to save 1.5 seconds, but you've got to hit it from the front position.
Right. Then also that takes for you to get get a hard position, then shoot it.
Yep.
So likely maybe 1 second, you think?
If you get it, you're going to save. You're definitely going to gain 10, 15 points. But if you miss,
No, that's we can talk about the hit factor, right? So hit factor is a 6. So
Right.
1 second is only worth 6 points.
6
so
points.
so if you actually gain 1 second in that stage, that particular stage, you gain only 6 points.
I'm glad you're telling me that now because it's not worth the risk for that because
Right.
on the other side you're going to lose 10 and you've taken the time to
Right,
shoot it
right.
and it's going to be a longer time because from the back you're going to draw and shoot it by the 1.2 start.
Right. So
right?
I think based on the numbers, it's not worth to take a risk. Because the 6 hit factor stage, you can go maybe second first, but it's only worth 6 points. That's my opinion. I can be wrong, of course.
So I'm looking at all the start times here for everybody that shot on this stage and they're all 1.4, 1.3, 1.1. That's pretty fast.
So let's take a look this since we can see the split, right? So if most people start shooting the steel from back.
Yep.
So after that, you can see the split to the next target, which is lay down paper. So what's the time?
Well, it would actually be to the third target because I can shoot from the far right. I can shoot the left target, the lay down, and the right target, and I'm already all the way up on that stage.
Okay.
You could be quite a long ways up. So probably it's different. So let's just pick. Let's look at the guy that did the draw in 1-1, right? So this one here. So this would be Rob Nido. You can see his second and his third shot are right about that 2 second mark. See that? But he's still going to draw, so
Right.
probably 1.5 seconds is probably fair. Maybe 1.2.
Okay.
And if you guys think that we're being super critical here, yeah, this is kind of the game we play. But this is what anybody out there, a C-class shooter at a local match, is trying to determine, is it worth doing this or is it worth doing that?
Right.
The cool thing is here we actually get to see some of the best shooters, and you'll see when we actually get the Jacob Hetheringtons and we get to see their videos. And something I should mention as well, we've recorded a lot of footage from other stages that we're not able to show you necessarily right now, but we're going to be doing more of these and posting them onto our YouTube and Instagram. So going back to that 21, that was stage 21, I think.
Yeah, it is 21. Yep.
Even in the open division, it's interesting. The top shooter on that stage 21 was shot the pre-match.
Okay.
So that means that I don't think the big boys have gone through that yet now, but there's quite a few pre-match shooters that are still hovering around the top times. I'll actually see if I can bring that up for you guys. Give me a second. And now, of course, one of the deals that we made is top match hit factor. Give me a second here. With IPSC is that we got given all these extra slots, but the deal was that we wouldn't put a top shooter into those slots. And as top shooter, I basically took somebody like Isaac Lockwood. We moved into the main match. We didn't want to put anybody in. We could jump over the stats here for a second. So these are the top hit factors. This is the stage, all the stage winners or the people leading the stages. I love seeing this view. All that paved area, walking through there. It's very, very pretty area.
Yeah.
So if we jump over to stats here, guys. So we're seeing the open, standard, and production divisions. I know the writing is small, but anywhere where you see 100% on this whole page, that's somebody who's already finished shooting the match, which would be pre-match,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And you can see there's still a lot of hundreds popping up. Our guy This is Revolver right now. Obviously, there's nobody there. The top guys haven't got down here to stage 23. But you see when open rolls around here in a second, so this page is doubling up. Oh, this
Justine's
is
out there. Yeah, stage 14. Isn't it Justine?
Yep. It's
That
Justine.
that stage is definitely does favor for her. She got a speed, so
So Danny Alstead that you see walking up there now, he's actually helping them. He's hanging around there. Earlier on I mentioned there might have been a problem because I saw him on stage, but I realized after that he's their score verifier. So you can appoint a delegate. They score these stages so fast. You might have seen the RO on the left-hand side. Literally as Justine is shooting, they're already scoring the stage behind her. So you appoint a delegate. In this case, it's Danny, and he just tracks the scores, make sure.
Yep.
And the way I do it as a delegate is I just look for Charlies and Deltas, and I just
Yeah.
add up those points, and
Yeah,
that
right.
way I know.
Right.
It's done so fast, you don't have time to really count alphas.
all right. So I checked the highest hit factor in the production optic. I saw 10.9 if I saw correctly right now. So let's compare her hit factor to the highest hit factor.
So that is stage
14. Yep.
So we'll jump over to 14. Okay, stats, you can go to the stats computer. So there she is there, stage 14.
9.5.
9.5, pretty good. Half a hit
yeah.
factor off the top score.
So this should be above 90%.
All right, we can jump back. So that, I think, was an Australian shooter that just went through there right now. That's Kirsty Bowler. Sorry, from South Africa, my bad. Kirsty Bowler, she's been in the sport a long time. This weather's not looking very good around us here, guys. I hate to say this, but we'll keep coming as long as we can before we have to shut down. The storm is definitely picking up. This is going to be, if they have really bad weather, this is going to be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's going to affect the hit factor.
Yeah, for the top people. This is one of
Yeah.
the disadvantages of having these big matches where we spread out over 10 days or 6 days, whatever.
Right.
All right, let's jump back to that scoring. We've got Kirsty Bowler that's just shown up, and we'll take a look at the blue means that they are scoring her right now. They've entered a time, or they've synced the time when it goes blue, and then when it goes green, that means her score is final. So you can see Justine is leading this division by 1 hit factor over Jennifer Timmer.
Oh no, she's so good. 9.5. I think that is above 90% of performance in the overall.
Yep.
Yep.
And there is the South African Kirsty just came in, shot a 16 seconds, 7.1, and that puts her down into 4th place on that stage. This is Sashali Duplessis that's running right now, that's shooting. There's the RO scoring. Those 2 hands up in the air like that are 2 alpha, 2 alpha. Tablet is on the right. So you can see she finished shooting,
Yep.
but they'd already scored almost the entire
Oh
stage.
yeah, entire stage. They are so quick.
Right, and I didn't see a delegate for them, which is interesting because that is their national team. That is the Production Optics lady team from South Africa. Next up on this stage, we have the American Brenda Gaston. Then after that, Nicole, and then Kaylee will be bringing up the last spot.
Okay.
So Sasha's score is switched over to time has been entered. I'll roll up here, and we'll see her score here in a second. I apologize for scrolling while you're watching, but with us trying to track in as many of the stages as possible so we can bring you all this content, it's going to go quick. So 3 Charlie's Muneki, a time of 16.1. That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, decent time. I mean, if you compare their time to Justine, it looks slow, but actually this is not bad time. Justine is so quick.
This is Nicole. I'm sorry, this is Brenna. My bad. Brenna Gaston. That's a nice draw. Moving and shooting.
2 alpha, 2 alpha.
That's not a good sign, Danny. Let's go look at a target there. All right. You know, it's funny, all these things, we get in our own heads, right? We see the guy walking up and they're looking at a target like, oh, meantime, it might just be an Alpha Charlie type scenario or whatever. Next up, we have Nicole Kolber. Really happy to be able to bring you. Somebody asked us yesterday, why did we show the ladies? It has nothing to do with not showing ladies, not showing other countries. It's literally just where we can get cameras to and get a signal. We can't cover Area 1. We can't cover Area 5. And so, you know, we're doing as much as we can, and it's not always easy. Sarah just gave me a question right now, our production assistant Sarah over there, that people are wanting to know where they can see the scores we're showing you. You cannot see these scores. They are internal. We are allowed to show them to you as part of the stream. We are limited in what we can show publicly. There's all sorts of reasons for that, but you cannot see these scores online. You can, however, and when this shoot is finished, I'll show you a way that you can see the match scores at the end of the day. Actually, they're updating them, I'm told, every hour or two.
Right? Yep.
There's 14. This, I think, is... pretty quick stage.
Yeah, pretty quick. Yeah. Oh, I want to see her score.
It was stage 14, right?
It is.
Yeah, let's put up 14. All right, we'll be able to go to, we'll show Brenna's score she just shot a few minutes ago, because that was Nicole. Brenna had a 14.67.
That's a still good time.
Yep, she was in third, and Nicole is going to come up here in a second. So, yeah, Brenna shot a 14.67 time, and 2 Charlies down, 8 hit factor. And there is, nope, not yet. Let's just see. Yeah, Nicole. We're still waiting on Nicole's score to come through. As soon as that goes to green, we will show you. There she is. So she's.
Yeah, she's checking it out.
There's an issue.
Yeah. Now.
Remember, I pointed out how Danny looked at the far right, and they just confirmed that. There we go. She's accepted the score. So it's pretty fast. I mean, as soon as she accepted, we saw it show up here. We can jump back to stats. Nicole, I think. That was Brenna. No, that wasn't Brenna. That was Nicole. Spoke too soon. There we go.
Okay.
All right. I need to refresh that.
She had a 1 Delta and the 4 Charlie.
That's what it was. So there was obviously a problem that she saw that there. But a 14.95 is not bad. Nicole, so that puts her into 3, 4, 5, 6th place on that stage. Delta's hurt.
Yeah, especially in the minor, you get only 1 point with Delta. That's a -4. So.
Yep, Delta definitely hurts. Good draw, 135. A couple of the others, 122, 127, 134, and 106. Jennifer Zimmer had a 106 draw. Justine was a 109, which is awesome. Very good draw. All right, I'm going to show you real fast. If you want to find scores online, you need to go to, hold on a second. I'm actually going to do the search, so keep this here. So you search on 2025 Handgun World Shoot. That's the search you got to look for. When you get to that, you will find it's here. So you click on this, and you click on results, and then it shows you these 6 divisions that you click. So obviously we're watching production optics right now.
Yep.
Click on production optics, or I'm going to go back 1 step. Do we know what is her competitor number? I didn't make a note of that, but I'll put my competitor number in here. You can actually, if you know the competitor's competitor number, you could put it in. Mine is 002, and it'll actually show you all of my scores for the match, right? If you don't want to do that, you can come through here. You go to production optics, and then you can go to category, and it'll show you the production optics ladies. It does not show you each stage. You've got to go to this, click on stage here, and it's going to show you everybody's stage in that match that shot production optics. So it's a little more difficult to look at. We are working on improving that system, and it will get better. When I say we, IPSC is improving that system, and it will get better. But You know, the last world shoot, you got results once a day at the end of the day. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, that was it. So they are getting better, and we're obviously encouraging them to do that. All right, where are we now? Okay, so stage 23 is where we're going to go to next. The other group, they finished shooting, so they've got to move to the next stage. Quick cycle times, hey, Maneki?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Each stage is like goes like if you talk to your friend, then you realize, oh, we are going to next stage.
Yeah.
And in this match, we don't need to tape, so
People want to know where Eric is shooting. He's not shooting today, is he?
Eric Raphael,
Yep.
he is shooting right now, but
Oh, he is?
they are at the area 1, which we can now cover because we don't have enough signal to cover the area
Yeah.
1, unfortunately. So we have to stick around area 2, 3, 4.
That's correct. Thank you for
Yeah.
Maneki.
So
Yeah,
that is the reason we cannot show everything, unfortunately,
Right,
right?
right.
So we have a camera guy, including me. We went to 1, 5, so we take a video from that. Then later on, production crew
Yes.
edit the video. Then you guys can see the highlights.
Yep. So when we finished with this set of stages, we actually have got Linda Turnbull that's sitting over there. She's going to come on and she's going to talk to us a little bit about her dog training. She's a dog trainer as well. She's got this really cute dog. But more specifically, she's on the open ladies team, and we're trying to cover as many of the ladies as we can. And
Yep. Okay.
she's patiently sitting there for us, waiting to come online with us. Okay, I think I heard them say we were going to 23. So let's have a look on 23. They're coming towards the end. And another thing as well, before I forget,
This is
Waving.
23.
yeah, this is right. This is the Brazilians. And we're going to go to 15 as well here in a second. So that is, I can't pronounce this, Asbjørn Marsh that is shooting now. He's from Norway and he's shooting classic.
Yeah. So area 4 today is likely the classic guys.
Yeah,
Yeah. Most of people shooting area 4. They are shooting classic divisions.
this is the Canadian team and the Norway team from Norway that are shooting this. Oh, there's Sean Hansen. We missed him. We'll see if we catch him later on. Sean Hansen is the regional director from Canada.
Oh, okay.
Been in this game for a long time. Looking at some of the hit factors this stage, most of these people on this stage are hovering around the 6 and 7. This is stage 15. We'll pop over to 15. That's not 15 yet.
This is the weekend stage.
Yeah, I remember that target. That's a tough target. That looks a lot easier than it is. You come running in there, you got to stop, get a bead, and that little plate is a lot smaller than it looks. And you got a target on the hard right. I actually came to target on the hard right first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was the right thing, but that's what I did. Okay, so this is stage 15. We'll get some scores here in a second. I think that was Delia Amorim from Brazil. I think it was Brazilian, right?
Yep.
Yeah, from Brazil. Shooting production optics, of course. And we'll see her score coming up here in a second. While we're waiting on that, let's look at some of the others. Thailand shooters, Mintra Pramod, 2.8, very low hit factor stage.
Yeah,
and
for
there
them,
is-
it is really low.
Right, and there's
Yeah.
Delia. She just came in, 3 Charlies, 19.5 seconds, shot at 2.5. So the 2.5 hit back stage, that no shoot on the left hand side that I said is a tricky no shoot.
Right.
A Mike no shoot on that is 25 points, right?
Right.
That's the equivalent if you take these hit factors at 2.5. That's equivalent of 12 seconds.
So 2.5, right? So that's 1 second's worth only 2.5.
Yeah,
So meaning 10 seconds was 25 points.
that's right.
So if you shot a no shoot on Mike, that's the same thing you're shooting 25 seconds slower.
Yep. 10 seconds.
Sorry, yes,
10
10
seconds
seconds.
slow.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
And the whole stage time
Yeah,
is
yeah.
18, so you literally are adding 65%, 60% to the stage.
Yeah.
So this is Sandra again. I shot with Sandra over in Europe a couple of years ago. She and her husband were out there, great people, and phenomenal shooters. The Brazilians have a great team. Alex Chang is their regional director. They put a lot of work into developing their teams. They have a tent right here next to us
Yeah.
where they all hang out during breaks. That's the way we should go, right?
But that's, big effort to have the tent and the team manager. I mean, USA is doing pretty much similar things.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't have a tent, but next time.
Next time.
And I found that the tent wasn't that expensive either. But, to match like this, you need a place where people can go relax,
Right.
put all their gear down. That's safe. Remember, when you're in foreign countries, you can't just leave your gun anywhere. You can't leave it in the vehicle.
Right.
You have to keep it with you, or you've got to put it in a secure area. We've had a bunch of people leave their stuff here with us. That shot you see there, that's area 2 and 3. A very tight area, a lot of people in that area. The weather's miserable today, so there's not a lot of spectators. Just part of what works.
So, area 2, production team, they are shooting at the area 2.
This is Katarina. We know Katarina well. Her and her brother are really good friends of ours. Oh, she lost her dot there. Lost the dot there too.
So she picked up the lay down target, not lay down, but the paper target first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was good. That was good. That's the team manager that you saw giving her a high five. They have a big crew here of people that support them. Drivers, managers, they travel in a bus, etc. She's not very happy with that.
Yeah, her face was not happy, so.
No. Taking her off the stage. So the reason for that is they're running really fast through these stages. I believe it's 2-minute cycle from make ready to make ready.
Oh, okay. I think her score came in.
Oh, it did?
Yep.
Okay, let's take a look at that. Yep, there it is. 2 Charlies, 21, 2.4 hit factor.
That's a good score. To Charlie.
Yep.
I wonder why she was not happy.
I don't see anything wrong on the scores. Nothing out of the ordinary. A little slower than the others. 21 second time. The others with 19, 18. And of course, Sandra. Sandra's a very experienced shooter, shooting 14.56. This is Amanda Marquez. I wonder what that means. It's obviously the Brazilians and the Thai team. 4 people in each team, 8 people on a squad. Struggling to hit that steal. There we go.
That steal is not easy steal
No,
with
that's
weekend.
Not. Very difficult steal. I think I took 2 shots on that as well. Missed the first time. We'll actually be able to tell in a second how many extra shots he took, although I'm not seeing that showing up on the others. But all their first shots are, so obviously picking up the pistol and having put it in your left hand, get your dot. So a lot of these first shots are 3.2, 2.8, 2.3, 3.5. That was Amanda. No, it would be, sorry. Amanda Marquez. This is the girl from Thailand. Okay, switch over to stats for a second, guys. So that's Amanda. She had a 2.19, call it 2.2 hit factor.
And the one
there
Charlie.
you can see the 1 extra shot, and she had 1 Charlie. That's good. That's a good score. She's the lowest of that whole squad. Sandra still leads that squad. This is Tanya Luck. I'm not even going to pronounce that last name. Panayantsit.
Thai is really difficult to
Yeah.
pronounce, so I wouldn't try.
Last two shooters have scored about Thai. Oh, that's pretty brave.
Yeah, she looks
She's
really
good.
aggressive. Oh wow.
One shot, 1 for 1. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty aggressive run.
Right, looks good. I wonder what a hard time would be. Looks faster.
Thailand has some very, very good shooters. We've shot against Thailand for years. Of course, Thailand was the last country that had the World Championships, 2022.
Yep.
We'll see her score come up here in a second. They use pin numbers for scores, no signature. You're going to have a pin number. You're going to put your pin number in. That verifies that you're shooting that
Right,
stage,
right.
and so on.
Okay, so she had one delta, looks like.
And a time of 21.6, but where did she end up? Oh, she's last on that stage.
Yeah.
It looked a lot faster than 20.
I mean, she did
Oh, she
faster.
had a lot of points. Three Charlies and a Delta.
Right, yeah, that delta was bad for her. So she shot actually 3 seconds faster than the previous shooter from Brazil. But her hit factor is actually a little bit lower because of her points.
Yep. 3 Charlies is 6 points. Delta is 4 points down. So that's 10 points down on a stage. It's a short course. Round stage? I think it's 11. 7, 3, 10, 7, 11. By the way, seeing that holster thing, IPSC has one variation from USPSA, and we were talking about this last night over dinner. When you holster your firearm in USPSA, when they say range is clear, that's the end of the stage.
Right.
In IPSC, that's not the end of the stage. The end of the stage is when you remove your hand from your pistol.
Right.
So I have a habit that a lot of times I step out of the box, I keep my hand on my gun because I'm worried
Yeah,
about
because you
knocking
don't
it
wanna drop
out,
it,
or I don't
right?
want to drop
Right,
it, I don't want to
right.
hit something.
Right.
A lot of times the range officer will call you back and make you take your hand off the gun.
Yes, I've experienced the same
And
thing. Yep.
it's something to remember. If you shoot IPSC, they'll kind of grab you lightly by the shoulder and hold you back. This is stage 15. We're going to see the USA ladies team. They're getting a lot of coverage this afternoon.
Yep.
I'm going to send them a bill. Now they're a hard-working group of people. This team trained in Phoenix.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Yep, Nicole and Brenna flew down to Phoenix, and they trained with Linda sitting over there. Justine is not just an amazing shooter. Justine is also a very, very hard-working. She's an instructor, but she trains. And
So she tried to help her teammate.
yes,
Great.
they set up stuff. They stay together. They travel around together. They really put in the work. And I had a conversation with them some 3 or 4 months ago, and I said, look, you need to understand, you guys are really good in the US, but production optics is big in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of very, very good shooters out there. And if you don't train, you're going to get beaten. And
Yeah.
the way to get through this is to put in the work.
Yeah.
And they've put in the work. I'm very proud of them. They really made an effort. They stepped up. They shot practice matches in Phoenix. They shot your IPSC Nationals in Phoenix that you put on.
Oh, you
sorry,
mean
not
the-
IPSC Nationals.
The level 2.
The level 2.
Yeah.
And Maneki, thank you as well for all the times you've done those. You know, Maneki will call me up and say, hey, I want to run a match. I'm like, go for it, you know, let's do it. He's very good. He's put a lot of effort into building IPSC in the US because it's there, you know, and why not?
Right.
Rio Salado has a long reputation. For those of you who don't know, we're from Rio Salado. Been around for a long time. I've been a member of Rio, I think, 33 years.
I've been member since 2009 or 10, I
Yep.
believe. Yeah.
And if
10.
you guys don't know, Maneki is a world champion in airsoft. He doesn't shoot.
No. There's no such a thing.
Yeah, you were.
No.
I remember the first time you brought me an airsoft gun. You had one built for me in Japan.
Oh yeah, I
You
did
remember
it. That's
that?
a long time ago.
Yeah, and then customs confiscated it when it came in.
Right.
Because they thought it looked too real. It was a match. It was a replica of a 2011.
Right.
And they felt that was too real, even though it was airsoft.
Yeah.
If you guys are not noticing, the weather's getting worse. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to operate. We have to take into account, I'm sorry, I hate to do this because we obviously want to cover as many of these sides as possible. But if it gets any worse than it is now, we're going to have to shut down. You know, while we're sitting here, I think I'm going to bring bring Linda in a little bit because I'm nervous that we have to shut down, and she's been very patient sitting here. So maybe Maneki, you can switch over with her if you don't mind.
Of course.
All right. Well, guess what? We have one of our lady competitors from the Ladies Open team with us, Linda Turnbull.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Linda. Linda's been sitting here very patiently for the last while we've been kind of running through some things. We had a schedule to come on in a little while, but I wanted to bring her in earlier because I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be able to transmit. But Linda has quite a history behind shooting, right? I've actually known her since she was a little girl. Elko, Colorado.
Elko, Nevada.
Elko, Nevada. She grew up in a little town called Elko, and I have some very close friends, the Price family. Paula, I'm sorry, not Paula. She's going to kill me.
Steve Price.
Steve Price.
Laura Price.
Laura Price.
Yeah.
Sorry, Laura, if you're listening to this. But very close friends of mine for many, many years, and Linda actually grew up with them out there, so we've known each other for a long time. But Linda, you've got quite a history, right? You've shot rifle, you've shot PCC, you were out at the PCC World Shoot.
Yep. I have multiple disciplines in the shooting: 3-gun, 2-gun, USPSA, IPSC.
Yeah, right. And I remember, I don't know if you remember this detail, but when the things shuffled on our open team, when we had a couple of ladies that had babies and decided they want to spend with their babies, I remember we were just wrapping up the PCC World Shoot and I was in Prague and you were traveling around with AJ, your boyfriend AJ, and I called you up and I said, hey, I might have a slot opening up on the team. Are you interested?
Yeah.
And you said, let me think about it. And you called me back shortly after and said, I'll do it. So it was a last minute thing. And you switched over from what you were shooting to shooting open.
I did.
And you shot open like crazy, trained hard. And here you are.
Yes.
Right?
It was a surprise. I was not expecting it. And honestly, Justine, she's the one who convinced me to go. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. I haven't shot open for years. And it's always been my favorite division. And then when you told me I could be on the team, it was like, might as well just do it.
Justine again, right? We keep hearing that name, but the reason why you keep hearing the name is Justine is a force, not only a shooter. She's an awesome friend to a lot of the girls, great coach to a lot of the people, and also a really special person. So love having Justine involved. So we're watching some of the stages that are happening here today. We can pull up some of the scores. I think they're in okay, well, we might not be seeing some because I just got told that both our cameras have gone down due to the weather. It's rough out there. You're not seeing it completely clear here. But let's talk a little bit about you. This is a great opportunity. So what drives you? You shoot a lot, right? It's your full-time job, basically, right? You devote all your hours, all your time, every dollar you have towards shooting. What makes you do that?
Well, it's mostly like the people that I've met in shooting. I've made so many friends. Like you said, I started shooting when I was 13, and I'm 26 now. And I find myself taking breaks and always missing it and wanting to go back to it. And like if I take a month break, I'm missing shooting all the time.
Oh, well,
we're
talking
back on.
about Justine, your camera's back up again.
Let's watch this one.
Okay. Well, why don't you walk us through the stage? You know the stage?
Which stage is this?
This is 15,
13?
stage 15. This is the left-handed stage, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Up, camera's locked. Okay, we're back. So, a couple of things about that was interesting. Is she shot the target first and left on
Yeah,
steel.
I saw that.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, I
High
saw
risk.
that. I thought so too. I didn't do that personally. I think for that stage, it's important to go 1 for 1 on steel. If I remember right, there's 3 steel on that stage. So going 1 for 1 will really save you time on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you notice as well that the way she picked her gun up, you
Yeah.
see how she picked it up and then settled it,
Yeah.
right? That's a technique that a lot of people use. I actually just recently started doing that.
Oh,
because
really?
I would just pick it up, but I have steel grip on my gun.
Yeah.
The Chile grip.
she
There
looks
we go.
happy.
There's Christine. There's Justine. Not Christine, Justine. What do we say that was, guys? Stage 15, right? Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. So here are the scores are for stage 15. We can
that's
pull it
nice.
up while we wait for Justine's score. So Jennifer just shot this already. She shot all alpha on that. So wow,
Oh.
that's tough. And there is Justine. She dropped 2 Charlies,
Four-
but
14:54 the time.
right. And look at how close this is. So Justine's time, 14:54, was only 0.05 of a second slower.
Yeah. Does
Than
it have the
Jennifer.
hit factor?
It does.
Yep.
Yep. Look at the hit factor. Basically
So-
identical hit factor, almost the same points.
Yeah, but this tells me alphas matter.
That's right. And Justine normally shoots all alphas.
Yeah.
So that hurt her just a fraction. Very,
Just a
very
little bit,
0.05 of
but
a
yeah.
factor is not really anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Another interesting thing about that is look at her draw time, picking up that gun and settling the gun. See, she's at 2.88.
Oh, yeah.
That definitely adds a little extra
little time.
time to that. 2.88. For a pickup, probably, I bet you she would say that's a little slow. She
Yeah.
should probably be around the 2 to 2.5 second
I've
mark.
actually never seen her do that before. I've trained with Justine a lot.
Oh,
and
really?
I've never seen her do that, yeah.
Yeah, she picked that up from somebody, and
Yeah.
which is what we do.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this is Kirsty. Kirsty is
Okay.
South Africa that just finished shooting. You can see the score in blue here on the tablet. That means that her time has been entered, and they're waiting for her to confirm, and there's a 5 or so second delay. I'll scroll this up. There's Justine's score from the previous run.
oh, there's Kirsty.
And there's Kirsty now. So Kirsty shot all alpha. She shot a time of 17.85, which is about 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds slower than the other girls. And so that cost her that 0.5 hit factor.
Yep.
But they're close,
That's still not that far off.
very close. This is Sachali Duplessis.
South African, they're great shooters.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Do you remember? We'll just watch this and then we'll. She's a long way back. You see that? She could have got forward at least
A
another
little
10
more
feet.
forward.
Struggling with that steel. Oh, she picked that one up quick.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet you if she did that over again, she would run to that front
A
position.
little closer. Make that
It'll-
shot easier.
Especially for that no shoot. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go back to what we were talking about a second ago. So you were at PCC. You finished shooting PCC. How'd you do in PC World Shoot?
I did well in PCC Worlds. I was on the team, and I had been working for that for 4 years. I qualified for it at the Nationals. It was a harder match than what I was expecting. There was 50-yard shots, crazy swingers. The location was amazing, though, and the teams were great. So it was a really good experience.
How'd your team do?
We won gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, but I wanted to come from
yeah.
you. So
yeah,
good
the
job.
team won gold.
Yeah, the U.S. did very, very well at the PC World Shoot. I
Yeah.
was tremendously proud of all of you
All
guys.
of them.
It's very. I have this thing. I want to wear. I'm going to bring 3 different caps. I want to have the shooter cap, then I have the team manager cap, and then the administrator that organizes stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Well, in this case, all 3 of my hats were very happy to see how well we did. Okay, so have our next USA shooter. This is Brenna. See how she picks it up. See if she does that settle. We lost camera there for a
Nice.
second. She missed the steal twice. 3rd, 4th. There she goes. 4 shots that was. And that gets your brain thinking before you run up to that no-shoot target,
Yeah,
right?
that is not an easy shot to start on either.
Yep. How far do you think that first steal is? You could kind of see the steal between the barricade at the end there.
Yeah, I think it's about 20 yards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The steel plates they have here have these shrouds built around them.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to make up my mind whether that helps you or hurts you.
I think when you hit the shroud and you hear the ring, sometimes you think that you hit the steel, and you didn't.
That happened to Mel Rodero yesterday. He hit the
Yeah.
shroud, took off, and at the end of the stage realized he had left the steel
Left
up.
it.
One of the problems with live TV is that that expression's out there forever.
Yeah.
I apologize for the camera picture. We're just happy we're getting anything at this point in time. This weather is terrible behind us. As I've said already earlier in the broadcast, we have lights and so forth on us that are lighting up, but it's very dark and windy, and we'll see. There's a big rain cloud just off to the left of us here. This is Nicole Colby. We'll have a look what Brenna did here in a second. There's Brenna. All right. Well, she definitely got hurt on that stage. She had a 20-second time, which, of course, with all those extra shots. And in actual fact, there you can see she had 3 extra shots on that stage.
Yeah.
That was on that steel. And that really dropped her time. And also, she had 2 Charlies in the Delta.
Yeah, that Delta will hurt her, too.
Sorry, Brenna, pointing out all these things, but welcome to TV, right? This is kind of exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just talking to her today about the strong hand, weak hand stages just this morning.
Also settled the gun. 1 shot hit.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Good job. Nice and close to that no shoot. That was good.
What's nerve-wracking about left-handed shooting on an entire stage is that when you miss that plate, you start second-guessing the next target, which is a penalty target. I mean, there's a no-shoot 6 inches below. If you miss a 6-inch plate, you start wondering, can I hit that target, right? That's scary because a mic no-shoot on a stage like this is we worked out earlier on, it's 40% of the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like strong hand, weak hand stages, you don't want to lose them, but you're not going to win them, but you don't want to lose them.
So they have a problem here. Not quite sure what that was, but you can see them looking at. She just cannot catch a break. She had a problem yesterday with her time. They've got a problem here with her time. And we have a problem. We just got told by Neki there they might be shutting us down. Before we go out, because we might be ending this really fast, I want to thank everybody for joining in and for following us. And you know, we really appreciate all you guys out there. We got some statistics early this morning that showed that we have had a phenomenal week. I don't really understand a lot of these statistics, but we're in the hundreds of thousands of views, which is phenomenal. We really appreciate you guys. We're going to keep going as long as we can. Remember, we're on day 4. Tomorrow's day 5. A lot of us are shooting day 5. And then the final day is day 6, which would be Saturday. And that will be basically the finale. The super squads are shooting first thing in the morning on Saturday. So those of you in the US are going to have to get up early and watch. We hope you will. The other morning when Eric was on, we got up to 300 people watching at the same time.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
And I think we're at about 750 or 800,000 views so far, which is amazing.
No, this is really cool that you guys are doing this.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. Yep, we got rain coming in 5 minutes. So I just been told that. So as I mentioned to you guys, we cannot run our cameras in the rain. These are very expensive Ronin cameras, and they're not designed for weather. So we're probably going to shut down here in a couple of minutes. We'll see if we get one more. I think they're finished with that squad. Kaylee Lane was still up. I don't even know if we have a camera out there anymore. Oh, there she is. Okay, hanging in there.
Ooh. The last bit I just saw, it looked good. So.
Yep. Joe's our production producer in the truck. I think we're going to shut down after this particular shooter. So this is Kaylee Lane, Mason Lane's wife. Awesome. I love Kaylee.
She's great.
She's an
amazing shooter too.
Great shooter, great teammate.
Yeah.
Great person to have around.
Great personality.
All right, guys, that's it for us for today. I'm sorry, we were hoping to go through to the other squads as well, but we're not able to do that. We will try and film some of the content for you, which we can play tomorrow. Again, a huge thank you to everybody. We've had tremendous support from people from all over the world. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please share, please like. Send us comments. We do look at the comments. I have a whole production team, Sarah and Emily and Caro, helping us, and we're trying to bring as much as we can. Before we dial out here, we're going to see if we get Kaylee's score up here in a second. Any second now. There we go.
Oh, she crushed it.
Yeah, she did. Well, she's in 4th place. That's always
Okay.
good to see. She
Yeah.
edged out Brenna, dropped 1 Charlie on that stage, and she had a time of 18, which puts her a little slower than the
little
top
slow.
times.
Yeah.
But, of course, Justine
But good
killed it on that
points.
stage again. Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us. It's
Thank
been
you
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
Yeah, thank you for all the support you've given of shooting all the different
of
things and
course.
for jumping in to save the
Yeah.
ladies open team.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they would have been down to 3. We were running out of ladies that can compete at the top level. And, yeah, good luck. You guys
Thank
shoot
you.
tomorrow
We do.
afternoon, right?
Tomorrow afternoon, yeah.
Good luck tomorrow to you and your team, and
Thank
it's great
you.
having you.
Yep. Bye.
And thank you to everybody out there. We will be with you shortly tomorrow.